In this video, we are going to discuss multiple choice questions and its answers from steam nozzle. Question number 21. The density of supersaturated steam is about dash that of the ordinary saturated vapor at the corresponding pressure. Option A, same as. Option B, 2 times. Option C, 4 times. Option D, 8 times. Answer is option D, 8 times. Question number 22. The supersaturation of steam results in option A, increase in entropy. Option B, increase of final dryness fraction. Option C, increase of discharge. Option D, increase of density. Option E, all the above. Answer is option E, all the above. Question number 23. For critical pressure ratio, the discharge through a nozzle is option A, maximum. Option B, minimum. Option C, 0. Option D, some value between maximum and minimum. Answer is option A, maximum. Question number 24. The difference of supersaturated temperature and saturation temperature at that pressure is known as option A, degree of supersaturation. Option B, degree of superheat. Option C, degree of undercooling. Option D, none of these. Answer is option C, degree of undercooling. Question number 25. For a convergent divergent nozzle, critical pressure ratio occurs when option A, velocity at exit becomes sonic. Option B, shock wave occurs. Option C, nozzle efficiency is maximum. Option D, increase in exit and inlet pressure ratio does not increase steam flow rate. Answer is option D, increase in exit and inlet pressure ratio does not increase steam flow rate. Question number 26. For a convergent divergent nozzle, the mass flow rate remains constant if the ratio of exit and inlet pressures option A is less than critical pressure ratio. Option B is equal to the critical pressure ratio. Option C is more than critical pressure ratio. Option D is infinity. Answer is option C is more than critical pressure ratio. Question number 27. Mach number is more than unity in the following portion of a convergent divergent nozzle. Option A, convergent portion. Option B, straight portion. Option C, throat. Option D, divergent portion. Answer is option D, divergent portion. Question number 28. If a flow is to be continuously accelerated from a subsonic to a supersonic velocity in nozzle, it must option A, be convergent. Option B, be divergent. Option C, have throat. Option D, have first divergent section and then convergent section. Answer is option C, have throat. Question number 29. The nozzle efficiency can be defined as the ratio of option A, isentropic enthalpy drop to actual enthalpy drop. Option B, actual enthalpy drop to isentropic enthalpy drop. Option C, isothermal enthalpy drop to isentropic enthalpy drop. Option D, isentropic enthalpy drop to isothermal enthalpy drop. Answer is option B, actual enthalpy drop to isentropic enthalpy drop. Question number 30. A nozzle is said to be a convergent nozzle. Option A, when the cross section of the nozzle increases continuously from entrance to exit. Option B, when the cross section of the nozzle decreases continuously from entrance to exit. Option C, when the cross section of the nozzle first decreases from entrance to throat and then increases from its throat to exit. Option D, none of the above. Answer is option B, when the cross section of the nozzle decreases continuously from entrance to exit. Question number 31. The discharge is dash at critical pressure. Option A 0, option B minimum, option C maximum, option D none of these. Answer is option C maximum. Question number 32. The variation of steam pressure in the nozzle depends upon option A velocity of steam, option B specific volume of steam, option C dryness fraction of steam, option D all of these. Answer is option D all of these. Question number 33. The expansion of steam in a nozzle follows option A Carnot cycle, option B Rankine cycle, option C Joule cycle, option D Stirling cycle. Answer is option B Rankine cycle. Question number 34. The discharge of steam in a convergent divergent nozzle dash after the throat, that is the divergent portion of the nozzle. Option A remains constant, option B decreases, option C increases, option D none of these. Answer is option A remains constant. Question number 35. When the back pressure of the nozzle is below the designed value of pressure at the exit of nozzle, the nozzle is said to be option A choked, option B under damping, option C over damping, option D none of this. Answer is option B under damping. Question number 36. The critical pressure ratio for initially superheated steam is dash as compared to initially dry saturated steam. Option A more, option B less, option C same, option D none of this. Answer is option B less. Question number 37. When the cross section of a nozzle increases continuously from entrance to exit, it is called option A divergent nozzle, option B convergent nozzle, option C convergent divergent nozzle, option D none of these. Answer is option A divergent nozzle. Question number 38. A steam nozzle convert option A heat energy of steam into kinetic energy, option B potential energy of steam into kinetic energy, option C kinetic energy of steam into mechanical energy. Option D, heat energy of steam into mechanical energy. Answer is option A, heat energy of steam into kinetic energy. Question number 39. The smallest section in nozzle is known as option A, throat, option B, venturi, option C, convergent, option D, divergent. Answer is option A, throat. Question number 40. Which of the following is not true for steam nozzles? Option A, in convergent nozzle there is divergent after throat. Option B, convergent divergent nozzle has higher expansion ratio. Option C, convergent divergent nozzle produces steam at higher velocities as compared to a convergent nozzle. Option D, all of the above. Answer is option A, in convergent nozzle there is divergent after throat. Thank you.